This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. It's the brother Aaron coming back at you with a quick lesson. Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and this is an article that I was been planning to go into. All right, and the Spirit just got on me to tackle it. All right, but basically, things are building up around us. All right, when I say things, I'm talking about this whole new system. All right, this new digital infrastructure that's being built. All right, around us, and very soon, every single person will be required to have some form of digital identification in order to maneuver in this new system. All right, and I'm watching as things are, as days go by, and things are being upgraded and things are being changed. It seems like they're boxing everything and everyone in. Okay, and I have a couple of articles I'm going to go into real quick. Okay, and again, this is just a couple of articles just as an update. Okay, so you're aware of what's actually going on, because things are happening. Though it might seem like everything seems quiet, that's how they want it. They don't want us talking about these things, because if anything, if you're going to talk about it, you got to talk about it in a positive light. It's very interesting that the mainstream media does not bring any of these things up, because this is new technology. This is new stuff that people should be aware of, right? But they don't talk about it. Next thing you know, you wake up one day, you go to a grocery store, you go to your subway, or you try to go to a government building, and there's a new policy going on. And this new policy says, in order for you to enter into this building, you need to have so and so. And that's just how it's going to be. And if you don't have so and so, you can't be there, or you can't participate, or whatever the case may be. Okay, now there's an article that a brother sent me. Okay, actually sent it into a chat. And, I just want to tackle it real fast. All right, it says, Subway vending machines for Omni system arrives this summer. Okay, and guess what? We are in summer now. This was back in April, so a couple of months ago. All right, it says, the much delayed switchover. And you're going to see this all across America. Okay, it's not just in New York. Okay, it's all across America and all around the world, as we're going to read. Okay, it says the much delayed switchover to the MTA's new Omni fare system is set to take a step forward this summer, when the transit agency begins to install new vending machines with the tap cards in subway stations. The roughly 6-foot-tall apparatuses and their flat screens will allow riders who don't have a credit card or debit card with the tap payment technology, or want a dedicated fare card, to easily purchase and load cash onto the Omni system for the first time, officials say. So they're once again creating technology that opens up the door for you to not have a debit card or credit card. All you got to do is tap and go. Right? And it's interesting, because all these other companies seem to be working together, okay, to bring about this new age technology of doing away with the old way of buying and selling to this new way of buying and selling, which deals directly with a person and their biometric information. This is something we've been warning about for years, that very soon you will be required to have a microchip in your body in order to buy and sell, or at least participate in society. Now, it's interesting, because yesterday I was actually at a customer's house, and he was telling me that he used to work at this pharmaceutical company called Merck. Okay, and he was saying that back in the 90s, they had such security protocols that you had to scan your palm, okay, in order for you to get into the building. This is back in the 90s. So they've already had this scan palm technology thing for years now, decades. You see, So for right now, I mean, back in 2016, they already had, I was in Wisconsin, right? Wisconsin had their employees get the micro C-hip, okay? And that was their identity. That was their key entry. You know what I'm saying? That was basically everything that they needed, all right, to show who they are at work and so on and so forth. That was that. They used it for the vending machine, all that shit. Okay, not to mention what's going on out there in Sweden. Okay, but it's here. All right, it's here. This technology is not new. It's been here. They just find ways to bring it into the public so people don't oppose it. Okay, but ultimately, how they're gonna do it, they don't have much time, so people are automatically gonna oppose it. All right, it says Omni has put the MTA well ahead of the curve, said the MTA's head of mega projects Jamie Torres Springer, whose division recently took control of the troubled project. At an agency meeting Monday, it says, "We have a lot of success to emphasize." Additionally, the MTA said Monday that it had worked out the legal and technical issues that had slowed providing Omni to the JFK AirTrain and Roosevelt Island tram. The fare system will be available at both by November, it said. November, interesting. So it seems like they're trying to speed up this process, okay, in the whole digital systemic overhaul by the end of this year, okay, because they're saying, I believe the DHS said that by May of next year, I believe May 7th, if I'm not mistaken, every American who does not have the digital ID will not be allowed into government buildings or be allowed to make any domestic flights. Okay, and I did a video on that. So they're not playing. Okay, they're talking about the whole new ID for the driver's licenses and so on and so forth. All right, they say November. All right, isn't November the time where people are going to be voting, so-called? So they might start pushing that new age technology for voters too. They did that back in 2020, the whole digital ballots and all that, right? Casting your ballots, you don't have to be physically in line to go cast your ballot. You could just do it at home and all this extra shit due to COVID, you know? So, hey, we'll see. All right. It says those updates were among the great pains, like it, that MTA bosses took Monday to paint a picture of progress when it comes to Omni, as they detailed the management overhaul of the project and acknowledged the previously expected complete MetroCard switch-off has been indefinitely postponed. Okay. And then they have pictures of this whole Omni thing, right? This thing is crazy. It's crazy, but it's happening, you know? And they're spending billions of dollars in this new age infrastructure. And you think they're not going to use it to their benefit? It says Omni is now at least 4 years behind its original schedule, and is expected to cost $772 million, making it more than $120 million over budget, the agency has previously acknowledged. Okay, and this is all part of the slow down process that's going to piss them off for them to speed things up, become very, very much more aggressive, okay, in pursuit of their desire. Okay, now remember, scriptures tell you in the book of Job that in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Okay, so right now we're approaching that fullness of his sufficiency because he's setting up the infrastructure. See, now when it comes time where everything is set, he's fully built, like the whole system around the world. Whether you want to talk about buying food, whether you want to talk about taking transportation, whether you want to talk about visiting, leaving your house, going into your house, all these new things that they're doing now, right? The old way of doing things is being wiped out quickly. Over the past 4 years, you've seen a huge change in how things are done, right? Whether it be the governments and how they do things, or whether it be how people are required to do things. Everything has changed. At least the mental aspect and the physical transformation when it comes to technology, you're seeing the changes, the gradual changes into this new sci-fi world and so on and so forth. So very soon it's going to be, okay, well, something has happened. And now, good thing we have this new technology, you can just use it. And for those who use it, it's going to be a sense of convenience. Wow, okay, good thing that we have this because da-da-da-da-da, you know? But going back slightly, I forgot to finish what I was saying about the customer. So, he was saying that they had this Palm technology back then, and I was telling him, I was like, hey, that's crazy, because now they're saying, this was back in the 90s, but now they're saying that, that same technology is going to be advanced, where, in a few months, right, everyone is going to be required to have a microchip in their hand, all right, in order to, move around and go to work and so on and so forth. And he was nodding. He was like, yeah. Oh yeah, that's coming. They're it's a work in progress. It's almost complete. I say, yep. So I downplay, like I'm just like curious to know a little bit of what he knows. You know what I mean? But people know. Those who are in the know, who work in these kind of agencies and businesses and shit, corporations, they know what the plan is. They know what's going on. They don't think of it or associate it with the market or the Motb, but they know, what I'm saying? And most of them don't even see anything wrong with it. So that's why when we come out and we give that warning, it frightens people, what I'm saying? But it also makes them aware that there is a judgment that is associated with taking this new age technology shit. You know what I mean? And we have to do this. We have to warn people because, bro, man, listen, man, look, it's going to be tragic when the missiles coming down and you think you're living a nice life and all that, but then you've been deceived because Esau is setting you up for your own downfall. Okay, he makes it seem like it's in your best interest, but no, in the reality is it's in their best interest. See, that's what they do with doublespeak. They say things to make it seem like, oh, this is gonna save us $772 billion. Nigga, you don't have $772 billion to save, bruh. It's for their pockets. When they say these things, oh, save us a lot of money. Yeah, it saved them a lot of money, not you. It'll cost you more. And it will save them more. You see. Anyway, let's go back to the article. It says, there have been 3 major holdups in completing the MetroCard switchover. Officials have said getting the vending machines installed so anyone with cash can use the new Omni system, and very soon they're gonna have to put a new one out there or stop the use of cash. Okay, due to some form of disease outbreak or anything that they can come up with to justify why cash is no longer gonna be in use, they will do. And you're getting the warning now. You've been getting the warning. It's gonna come. And it's not no conspiracy. It's a plan and it's an agenda. You're just not aware of it. We're making you aware of it. That's it. Okay. It says setting up a system that will allow the Department of Education, Human Resources Administration. You see this? And guess what? Every job / every company has some form of Human Resources Administration. Okay, every corporate job has Human Resources Administration, and majority of the companies that are moving around here, they're all corporations, bro, or they're ran by corporations. And there's an up-down ladder, up-down chain of command. You got to go through this and go through that. Go to this department, go to that department, do this, do that, speak to this person. That's what they always do. Most people work for companies that are corporations, and corporations have human resources. Okay. And these human resources are going to require you, just like they require people to do all this sexual harassment training and, the anti-bullying training and, the no anti-LGBT, no TUIQ, whatever shit training, all this bullshit. They're going to require everybody to take this new thing. You see what I'm saying? You want to get a new job, going through the whole process, you're going to have to get that ID. It's very important, the identification. See? It says, and other city agencies to issue discounted fares via Omni for students and low-income New Yorkers. Low-income is talking about Jake. Okay? And bring in pre-tax benefit providers such as WageWorks on board. It says, there are major other headaches, too. Officials have made little progress getting the Long Island Railroad and Metro North onto the system. According to an independent assessment of the MTA's progress on Omni that was provided to the board. Okay, it says these efforts are still in the design or scoping phase, the assessment said. Omni was conceived as a way to unite the MTA's subways, buses, and commuter railroads all onto the same system. Mm. Allowing passengers to seamlessly pay and transfer between systems while helping the agency simplify its back end operations. There you go. Okay, there you go. Everything is becoming one. Calls it all. Calls it all. Okay. It says officials even hoped at one point that it would link together MTA's sprawling operations with the Port Authority's JFK AirTrain and PATH system, making it technologically feasible for staff hangers to travel more easily across the Hudson River. Okay, it says, however, now listen, bro, listen. Right now, as things are, if you want to travel, you just buy a ticket and you out. I take the Amtrak all the time. You just get a ticket online. When you go, you print out the paper, or you could have the thing on your phone, the app on your phone or whatever. I typically like to print it out. Yeah, old school. And every time I whip out my ticket on my from my pocket or whatever, on my wallet, and I'm showing it for them to scan it, people be looking at me funny, like, yo, this nigga here, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck prints out papers now? Just use your app. You see? And you think I give a fuck what they think? No. Listen, there's my ticket. I got on the train. I'm going home. See what I'm saying? I'm going to my destination or whatever the case may be. But you pay for it online. You print out the ticket. So now you have it. They scan the barcode or the QR code on the thing, and you're good to go. See? And that works perfectly fine. But they're trying to find a reason to say, oh, well, we're going to make things much more seamless. And people don't even think about it like, well, there's nothing wrong with what we're doing now. See? That's why they always create the problems. See, they always have the solutions. They need to have a reaction for the solution to be accepted by people. See, so whenever we talk about these things and we tell you that something major is going to happen, you need to understand that it's not just you guys are conspiracy theorists, or you guys are crazy, or you guys are saying something bad is going to happen. No, we're saying these devils need to have an excuse as to why they're going to bring this new technology to be justified. You see. That's why they're going to create a problem. It's not going to be something that happens just boom, something just, oh my God, we're all in this together. No, they are behind it all. Because guess what? Every time something happens, you want to know who's behind it? Look at something known as cui bono, who stands to benefit. Okay? And then also sit back and watch what is the narrative behind whatever the problem is. What is the solution, and who's pitching the solution, and how hard are they pitching the solution? And how quick are they bringing that solution? See? Once you notice these things, you know, oh, these motherfuckers behind this shit. You know what I mean? These niggas is behind this shit. And we've been telling you this, right? That your U.S. government and the what is known today as the NGOs, the non-governmental organizations, are behind all these things that's happening. You got BlackRock, you got Gates and his foundation, you got the Who Dat, you got the C. These are all private corporations that have merged into the government, like Professor Klaus Schwab said. Klaus Schwab, right? What he said, we penetrate the cabinets. That devil. You don't see him much nowadays. You know why? Because he's in the back. People, the reception he was getting when he was popping his ugly ass demonic entity head ass out here, people was cooking his shit. So hey, listen, you need to sit back, bro. You're doing too much. They cooking your shit. You see what's going on online? The Hebrew Israelites was on your helmet, bro. You need to go sit back someplace and chill. You might die quick if you keep up. They're putting curses on your ass. You need to go sit down someplace and wait. You know what I'm saying? Don't do too much. You popping out here mad aggressive, wearing all this satanic high priest garment on stage, talking about soon everybody's gonna be C-hipped. You gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill. See, but he's gonna pop out soon. Let the new thing pop up, and you're gonna see him again. But anyway, let's finish this. It says, however, those plans have been trimmed back because of the sprawling delays and technical headaches the MTA has confronted getting the system online for the city's subways and buses, the first big portion of the project. The PA recently announced that the PATH will move ahead with its own system made by the same contractor the MTA hired to build the Omni Cubic Systems. Okay, Cubic Systems, I guess, is the company that Omni is the company that built Omni. Okay, so-called Omni. All right, and it's interesting, right? Omni. Let me screenshot this shit. That's what I'm gonna use for the thumbnail. All right, and these niggas call it omni. Sounds like omni what? Omnipotent, omnipresent, omni what? You know what I mean? Anyway, I got another article. Let me see if I can tap into that a little bit real quick before I close this thing out. All right, and it says biometric ticketing a hit with major sports leagues. Okay, so like I said, the infrastructure is changing everything around us, right? You have the transportation, and now you have recreational sports, right? So the little things and then the major things. Soon there's going to be grocery stores everywhere you go. They're all going to be doing the same thing. They're going to be taking the blueprint from Amazon with so-called Whole Foods, okay? Palm printing and all this extra shit. It's all coming, bro. It's coming. It's coming. You just watch and see. All right. It says more and more sports franchises are playing ball with biometric ticketing options for fans. Major League Baseball and European soccer leagues have thus far led the way. But much as biometric systems are seeing increasing pickup in retail and transportation settings, a transformational wave of biometric ticketing deployments across the sporting world seems likely, if not inevitable. Despite ongoing concerns from privacy advocates that facial recognition and other biometrics-based access control systems are a risk to personal privacy. See, they don't care about that. They don't care about that. That's why they're bringing it in from a recreational point of view, right? Because if you're required, right, to give up some type of biometric information in order for you to skip a long ass line to a sporting event or to travel or to get food or whatever the case may be, most people more than likely will opt in to do that because it's an easier option. It's quicker. You don't see anything wrong with it. It's like, it's just a facial recognition thing. There's cameras everywhere anyway. I get scanned every day all the time anyway. Who cares? Boom, and they do it. See, soon it's gonna be the chip. Okay? And yeah, you're gonna have a little bit of resistance on that one. People gonna be like, but for the most part, about 50 to 75% of the population, they're gonna be right ahead and they're gonna take that shit with a little bit of coercion. A little bit of coercion and the so-called benefits of it. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the hardships of not having it, people gonna opt into it. See? And that's where the hour of temptation comes in, the time of that great temptation around the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Do you stand on what you believe in? Or you just gonna bow down the knee because it's convenient to do so? It says Major League Baseball, the go-ahead entry system. The go-ahead entry system. You see how they're playing it? See? So if you have this, you can just go ahead and skip all the lines, skip all these thousands of people, and boom, you get better seats, you get better food, all this extra shit. It says, this season, the Washington Nationals became the fourth MLB team to install MLB's go-ahead entry facial recognition gates at all ballparks. All right. It says, actually, so like it says at its ballparks, but it's going to be all, okay? It says Japan's NEC provides biometrics for the system, which is also in use at stadiums in Philadelphia, Houston, and San Francisco. The end-to-end go-ahead entry system is proprietary to MLB, but the MLB or the league has experimented with facial recognition from various providers. Wicket technology, Wicket, right? Wicket. Sounds like wicked, right? Technology has provided face biometrics for entry to New York Mets games. Ah, shit. Damn. Oh, man. It says Clear has done the same for Cleveland Guardians games. All right, Clear, I've been known about Clear for years. I remember back in 2013 or so. 2013, 2014. All right. I'm a so-called Mets fan, right? So back in 2013, I was trying to get a job at the stadium. This was back in high school and shit. And I was trying to get a job over there, like a summer job, work some part-time shit, whatever, and be at the gate, whatever. And Clear was a company, and they were like, oh, you got to give us all this information. I'm looking at it like, man, I got to give this and then. I'm like, man, F this. So I ended up not doing it, but come to find out, they're part of the main companies that are pushing for this whole biometrics thing. They everywhere, in the airports, baseball stadiums, everywhere you go. All right, Clear Technology or the Clear company is behind the whole, biometrics and all that extra shit. right? So continuing, it says, a 2023 go-ahead entry pilot at Citizens Bank Ballpark in Philadelphia found that biometric lines moved 68% faster and allowed 2.5 or 2.5 times more people to pass through than the fastest lane using physical or smartphone-based tickets. Boom. See? So you translate that to everything else. You see how they're telling you it's seamless and it's faster. See? It's much more secure, right? No longer are you going to have to use your smartphone, which it works perfectly fine. Now we're going to shift everything over to facial recognition, okay, which is all part of the beast system. Again, this is all machine learning. Everything that's going on now is all machine learning. And once everything is set, boom, turn the switch off, turn it back on, and this is a new world you got to just live in. That's it. See? It says biometric systems find homes in European soccer stadiums. And it goes on and on. So even in the EU, right, they already have it there. Okay? It says EU football clubs have also proven to be keen experimenters with biometric access control. In the Belgian Pro League, the Planet Group Arena in Ghent also ran a trial of palm-based ticketing. Palm-based. All right? Palm-based. Palm. Right hand. Palm, right? With perfect ID and palm vein biometrics. Shit. You niggas out here going straight to your veins and shit. It says the palm vein biometrics firm PalmKey. It ain't got all these stupid names, man. PalmKey? It says likewise, Veridas has provided biometric access control systems at El Sadar Stadium in Spain, currently home to La Liga's Osasuna Football Club. Italy's Lega Serie A has plans to implement facial recognition at all of its club's stadiums. All right, and I believe this year, this summer, they had, is it the Olympics? I think it's something, the Olympics or some shit that's going on this summer out in France. All right, and they gonna use this new age biometrics technology heavy. All right, I was reading about it back in earlier this year, I think January, February, around there. All right, they were saying that this summer they're gonna be using that biometric stuff, and it's gonna make the experience that much more fun and seamless and all this, integrating AI into people's lives, through the avenues of entertainment, and so on and so forth, food and all that shit. That's easy to get people with that, because people always go to concerts, they want to go to, bars and all this different shit. People still doing it, even after COVID, they still doing it. So they're going to use that to integrate this new technology into people's daily lives. Okay. And it's happening, whether you like it or not, bro. This stuff is happening, and it's happening fast. Okay. Happening very, very quickly, like Trump says, quickly. Right. So it says in the EU, facial recognition at soccer matches have been used for security control, as well as gate access, you see. But once a biometric system is implemented, maximizing use cases makes financial sense. It's not only European stadiums that see the benefit. In March, Cooper Stadium in Adelaide, Australia became the country's third major football facility to deploy biometrics. And in Mexico, Liga MX requires fans to enroll in their fan ID program for entry by facial recognition provided by Encode Technologies. All right, so boom, you got it right there. Even in Australia, they're doing it. Again, let's go into the prophecy real quick. Let's go into prophecy. Okay. All right, it's the book of Revelation, chapter 13. And we're going to keep hammering this precept and this prophecy until people say, yo, bro. And people already saying it. Yo, y'all say the same thing all the time. Well, that's what warnings are for, right? The warning is given until the problem that we're warning about actually happens. So that way you can't turn around and say, oh, I didn't know, man. Why you didn't tell me none of this, man? You should have told me this was going to happen, man. I would have been better prepared, man. Guess what? you're not going to be better prepared. You're going to still sit your ass down and still go take that Motb, and you're still going to be destroyed according to Revelation 14, 9, and 10, down and 11 and 12. Okay, you still going to get cooked, because the Lord says if you're not of the elect, you're going to have that same reaction of, oh, why I keep saying the same thing? Or why I always bringing out the same thing? Are y'all retarded? I had this clown on the comment board, some feminine energy ass dude, pop up on the comment board talking about, oh, y'all been saying this was going to happen, and when it happens, y'all still talk about it like y'all surprised. Like, motherfucker, it's prophecy, right? So when the prophecy happens, we talk about it. Okay, as in, hey, this is being fulfilled. Hey, the Lord is doing this. Hey, this is happening. Hey, are we not here to be to give a testimony? Right? Are we not witnesses? So we're witnessing all the things that leads to the downfall of this place. That's why we talk about it so much. You see, we give the warning, give the warning, give the warning, and when it happens, we call it out and say, hey, Lord, hey, this is what's going on. Y'all people seeing this? See? And then you wait for your judgment. See? So we're not here to, just say one thing and then that's it. We just talk about the Motb once. You know how many people are still coming in every single day and this is new to them? So if you've heard it before, you could just tune out whenever we bring out the precept. You don't got to listen. If you already know it, you're good. Just stand by and wait. But if for those who don't know it, I mean, when I first came into truth, me and my brother, when we first heard what the Motb is, we were like, oh shit. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, that is true. Because we were thinking it's a Google Glass. We were like, nah, I ain't going to buy no Google Glass and shit. What if that's the mark of the beast? We're not going to take it. It's on our forehead. We're going to put the glass on your forehead. So we're like, nah. Come to find out, is the MOT, is the actual microchip. Oh yeah, we definitely not taking this shit. But you got people who might not even know what the hell is going on. If you follow the IUIC, for example, you have no idea what the hell the Motb is. One day they tell you it's sin in all its various ways, both political and religious. Another day they tell you you're sleeping with white women. Another day they tell you it's something else. It's always something new. So them niggas is all confused over there. They have no idea what the hell is going on. Stumbling, falling, getting back up, falling back down, jumping into ditches, and it's a lot. It's a lot going on with those folks, right? But anyway, let's get to this. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13. Start from verse 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, I'm going to say it because lately, I'm not going to jinx it, all right, if there's any such thing as a jinxing, but hey, the Lord has held everything up where lately YouTube don't be fucking with us like they used to. All right, I'm just me saying it now. Watch they start fucking with me, but but Abanawi, how about Shemi Al-Shababaku? Should I just hold the video up so it don't get taken down? But lately, they've been a little bit like, I guess they're still using their machine learning shit, to pick out everything we're saying, and plus they're watching us. They're watching us. They're building a case, so they don't want to take nothing down yet. They want to accumulate as much as they possibly can and allow us to put up videos as much as we possibly can because they're watching. And they're watching everyone who's watching us. See, it's called TTID. I always say this: tag, trace, and identify. A lot of people are waking up to this truth. A lot of people are tuning into what the Hebrew Israelites are saying, specifically the truth, the specific truth from Great Millstone on down. All right, from our apostles of Great Millstone on down. So they're watching. Esau's nervous, and he's like, hey, leave him. Let's watch and see what happens. Send vocab to go provoke them so they could do videos so we could watch. Vocab, you gonna take the Motb, bro? Do you believe this is the Motb? Because we gave you the warning, right? So pay attention. Anyway, it says, and he causeth all. All right, we read about Omni. So the transportation system is changing. We're talking about the Claire system and the biometrics and all these different stadiums across the world, right? So everything is changing, right? The government agencies are changing as well. The grocery stores with Amazon and all this, Amazon Go, Amazon One, whatever, right? They're also changing. So everything is changing, right? And then once the infrastructure is set up, like I said, they're going to bring it in for the people to be joined into with the infrastructure. Okay, so he causeth all, right? And the causeth, the word for the Greek word there for causeth means poeo, which means to construct or to fashion. That's what we're doing right now. That's where we're at right now. That's the stage that we're at right now in prophecy. Okay, and he causeth all, both small and great. See, again, it's a systemic overhaul, so it affects everyone. Okay, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive. See, once the system is set up, now you got to receive. When you go into that word receive, I believe it's a Greek word didomai. Okay, didomai, which means to give your power onto someone or something. Okay, in order for you to be able to maneuver or live. Let's go into, let's click on that. Hold on. Let's go into that word receive. Right? The Greek word didomai. All right, it says to give something to someone. It says of one's own accord, to give one something to his advantage. See? To grant, right? You're basically granting permission by compliance. Okay, it's just that simple. You're granting permission by compliance. All right. It says something to be administered. What is being administered? That Motb. Okay, that Motb. All right, and that's what's next. It says what? To receive a mark, right? That administered, the thing that's being administered is that mark, that charagba. Okay, that incision, that grain of rice that's gonna go underneath your skin to cause as your identity and also your ticket to anything and everything you may do around the world. Okay, specifically buying and selling. All right, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. Elon Musk is already working on that type of technology as we speak. There's another company, shit, I forget the name of it. They're talking about they're gonna soon. Criminals are gonna be in this. They're gonna have an option. You can either spend tens of years in jail, or you could just wear this gadget. You be in this pod, and then you wear this gadget around your head, and then I believe the elder Atazwam did a video on it. Stay in the Spirit 144. I believe he did a video on it, right? And then they put it around your head, and then it could change it could put these different things in your mind. All this extra shit. I said, yo, these devils don't even believe that they're going to get to 2030. They bringing all this technology out right now as we speak, 2024. They don't see themselves in 2030. That shit is a fantasy right now for them. They're like, yo, we got to move fast. But hey, things are happening, right? It says in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? The metapon, right? And that no man might buy or sell. So it's a grid lockdown, and anyone who has the thing that can be identified, they can be identified by the system, okay, in order to buy and sell. Okay, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay, it says, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right, that's why Esau pushes that number 6 heavy. All right, I believe we saw the number 6 when we were reading the article of Omni. It says they're 6 foot tall and all this. Every number, everything they do has to do with the number 6. All right, some way, somehow, when you break it down, it's always going to be some form of 6 somewhere in there, because that's their number. Okay, that is their number. That's what the number the Lord gave them. That's what they get their power from. It's something about that shit that they love. It's just their thing. Okay. Everything they do, their logos, they got some 666 in there. You know what I'm saying? The World Economic Forum logo, there's world, the zero, the O in there, the economic, the O in there, and then the forum, the O in there. When you look at it, it's all 666. Okay? It's for those, it says, here's wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. We see it and we're like, oh, yep, that's part of it. That's the agenda. Yep, that's part of it. Disney, it got 666 in there. Google Chrome, it got 666. There's a whole lot of shit, man. But again, they tell you this is our number and this is where we're coming from and this is the spirit we're coming in. You know what I mean? And ultimately, it's all being exposed by the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai through his prophets, pertaining to 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter on down. Okay? So yeah, man, just wanted to give you a quick heads up that these things are happening and they're happening fast. All right? And very soon people gonna notice that, hey, shit, these men were right. These men were right, and it's gonna be too late for a lot of people. All right, for a lot of people, it's gonna be too late. Okay, let's end it off with this. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 33 says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. And that's gonna be going for also people who follow IUIC, ISUPK, all these different clown groups. They all gonna notice that a prophet have been among them. Starting from our elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down. Anyway, in closing, I'm going to leave it off there. Lord willing, you're edified and informed. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh, The water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Shalom.